Hi, I'm Kat and I've been piercing for nearly 10 years. I've done all the do's and don'ts of ear stretching and I've learned from my mistakes. There are loads of different ways that people say to stretch your ears. I'm going to go through all of these different methods, why you should use certain ones, why they're better, and the pros and cons of all the different methods. So a lot of people decide to go the route of having their ears pierced initially at a larger size. You should be only using lightweight implant grade materials, and it should only be done by somebody who really does know what they're doing. You have to consider the earlobe size when it comes to doing something like this. If you've got a really small earlobe, this probably isn't the right method for you, and sometimes even stretching might not be something that you want to do. When you stretch, there's going to be a lot of micro tears that appear around the earlobe. This kind of produces more tissue, so as you stretch, your earlobe should have some kind of thickness retained to it. So when you have it pierced at an initially larger size, people use a larger needle, and this can result in a lot of damage at the back. You really only want to get this done by somebody that really does know what they're doing, because it can go really, really wrong. The best material to use for something like this, in my opinion, is glass. You can use different materials. Some people use titanium, which is also implant grade, but with glass it's a lot lighter, and also the crustiness that you expect with a piercing, anything healing in general, it doesn't stick to the glass. So this means that as it's moving around, it's not going to be kind of getting stuff irritating the wound, and also because it is so lightweight, it's not going to be putting a lot of pressure onto the piercing. A lot of people decide to go with tapering. So with tapering, you go from a smaller size and you gradually get larger going up in tapers. So most people, up until 10 millimeters, they'll go up 1 millimeter at a time. What happens with this is your ear, as you stretch it, it will create tiny micro tears, which will then heal. And once it's all fully healed, you're then ready to go up to a bigger size. The wait time should be considered, as it's different for everyone. Some people heal a lot quicker than others. I found that myself, I didn't heal particularly fast, and I had to wait between 3 and 4 weeks per stretch. A lot of people decide to use acrylic. This isn't the best thing to wear for a long period of time. The best way to do it is by using a stainless steel, or even better, titanium taper, and then pushing that through, and then following that straight away with a small piece of jewellery, which kind of stays there until it's healed. A lot of people decide to keep tapers in. So the downside with this is that you get that extra weight that hangs out the back of the ear, and also a lot of extra jewellery to catch. This can cause a lot of potential damage. It's not ideal. A lot of people do it, and a lot of people don't get problems. But from a piercer's point of view, I just want to give you the best options there. Acrylic is also a little bit porous, so you can get kind of more gunkiness around it. Again, most people will be fine with it, but it's just not ideal. So most people, when they reach their ideal size, they will generally take their plugs out at night. This is to stop any kind of damage that can happen by wearing bulky jewellery, anything like that, which can cause a lot of pain, discomfort, and also your ears will just continue to get larger. The weight from the jewellery, the movement of the jewellery, that will kind of make your ears stretch on their own. So in some ways this is a good thing. If you want to keep getting bigger in sizes, you can just keep the jewellery in all the time, and then eventually it will just stretch to a larger size on its own, and then it makes it relatively easy just to put a new piece of jewellery in. When you go down this route, you don't want to be using plugs with double flared edges. You want to either use a single flared plug or something with O-rings on both sides. Feel free to check out our other videos on stretching, plugs, piercing and body mods. Leave a comment below if you have any questions or any suggestions for videos that we could make in the future.